At Southern Virginia Higher Education Center, they have what I called a moment ago a wood shop. It is a lot more than that. High-tech equipment, wonderful instructions there. We're going to see more of it over the next couple of weeks. And this conversation I'm having with Clint Johnson. He is the product design and development instructor. I'm speaking with one of his students by the name of Ben Scarborough.
For students to learn how to think. Not just to be able to go into an environment, a production environment, and do a process, but to actually problem solve and figure out how to troubleshoot and overcome problems and situations that they come across.
One of the things that impresses me about your curriculum and about this shop here is you don't give up the hand skills, because people still need to know how to use a router or a router table, even though they've got this wonderful CNC machine over here to do that job for them.
Exactly. We definitely teach the initial process of the traditional classic woodworking machines because it's crucial for being able to utilize the advanced technology. You can't have one without the other. Parts that are made on the CNC router still need a little bit of tweaking, and that's done with the hand tools.
Would you introduce the student here, please?
Yes, this is Ben Scarborough. Ben Scarborough represents our adult population of our product design and development program. Ben is currently one of the second-year students about to complete his education here at the Southern Virginia Higher Education Center, and he kind of is what we're looking for. We're looking for the blend or the mix between the young students and the older students who need the retraining for the industry.
You know, Ben, I don't know if you've experienced this when you first came here a couple of years ago. I've got my nice jet cabinet saw at home. I've got my Grizzly molding device. I've got my huge bandsaw. I walk in this room here and it's like, my shop looks like toys compared to what's here.
It's pretty much the wood shop of the future, and like Clint said, there are all the classic machines still here. We have all the traditional machinery, but it's more precise, and we have it, you know, using CAD/CAM technology. Even if we don't mill our parts out on the router, we can do all our design in the CAD lab and have very precise components that we don't have to wonder about. We don't have to think, is this going to work? We'll know for a fact that it's going to work.
Were you a woodworker professionally before starting the program here?
I was. I worked down in Georgia building plantation shutters for about 10 years and done other woodworking on my own. But to come to a place where really the focus is holistic thinking and problem solving and designing a product from the sketches to the final piece is so fantastic, and to all the things that we know work, but we don't know why, right? To get an education in woodworking, some people go, that's a little funny, but it really transcends wood and becomes problem solving and becomes a study in methodology and processes. And really, I think everyone would have something huge to benefit from being in a program like this, because it challenges you to think and to challenge your own preconceptions. And really, it's a little trying, I think, for a student initially, because you have to put yourself in that vulnerable position of, I might be wrong. But to be wrong is great, because then you can do better the next time.
Now, what do you hope to do with your education here?
Well, it's funny, you know, so it's a wood science program, and I love woodworking, but probably I've been looking for jobs, and a lot of what I'm seeing are jobs in 3D modeling, prototyping, product development, even things such as being an engineer technician, because, you know, while this is an associate's degree, we delve very deeply into practical application of it all. And so, you know, they say you get the wood science degree, you could work in a cabinet factory, but you could also work for a custom product shop or a studio furniture builder. Or it's almost, you know, everybody goes, oh, it's practically limitless, but it really is, because if you can draw it in CAD or if you can come up with a design, you can make it. And it's really about that drive, that inner drive for each student.
How significant is the marriage between the technology, and I know this could fall underneath the technology category, but the understanding of the physics of wood, composite woods, the nature of oak and maple and moisture and warping and weaving, I mean, all the stuff that goes along, and cupping and stuff. Do you learn that as well? Because you don't want to design something and say, I want to use a maple piece here, but no, maple's not going to work for that.
Right, we do. We, you know, it's one of the things that they talk about getting educated in a particular field. when you realize all the blunders that you made in the past, cross-grain issues, or like you say, using the wrong wood in the wrong place, it can really be an issue. And here we get into, well, what's the humidity here? Where are you building the piece for? How will it behave in transit once it gets acclimated? It's taking all these things that are typically just points of musing and going, what is the science behind it, and how can I, step forward boldly without, stepping into a blunder.
Southern Virginia Higher Education Center is on Bruce Street in South Boston. Their phone number is 800-283-0098, and svheducation.org is their website.